Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas, is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisements. Services may not be available in all states. Attention women. New evidence shows that talcum powder products such as Johnson & Johnson's baby powder and shower to shower may cause ovarian cancer. If you or a loved one use talcum powder and were diagnosed with ovarian cancer, call 800-401-3160 right now. You may be entitled to significant cash compensation. Recently, Johnson & Johnson was ordered to pay $72 million in damages to the family of a woman who died of cancer she said was caused by the company's talcum powder. The jury found that Johnson & Johnson knew that these products could cause cancer and failed to warn consumers. If you or a loved one used talcum powder and were diagnosed with ovarian cancer, call 800-401-3160. You may be entitled to cash compensation. Time is limited. Call 800-401-3160 now. Our toll-free phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-401-3160. That's 800-401-3160. 800-401-3160.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We are talking about fathers, and we're tributing fathers today. And I want you to call with your story, your attribute, what you think a good dad is. Maybe, I could tell you some admirable traits of a good dad, even though I can't really say I had one. But I can tell you some. So make sure that you give us a call, 571-2428. We have my honey on the line because nobody else in this town is named Webby, so I know that's my baby.
It's me.
Hey, honey bunny, how are you?
I'm good. I'm having listening to you guys. Gary had a great story about his dad.
Oh, yes. Didn't you love Eva, too?
Things,
Gosh, I love that.
Yeah, a couple of things about my dad. One, he also taught a great work ethic. He went to work every day, construction work, learned from the age of 14 up, and became a job superintendent, built hospitals and schools, and he's 93. Even as you know, we still have him and my mom both, and but he taught me a great work ethic, and a lot of the things that he didn't do by example. I watched him. He did do by example, but I watched his example. And it wasn't always his words; it was what he did. Is what I meant to say.
Right.
And so I will always remember that. Of course, we fished and hunted and things together. We spent a lot of time together, basically working and doing those things. But the other thing is that, as you know, he and Mama will be celebrating their 75th wedding anniversary coming up next year.
This year, baby. It's this year.
That is
September.
Will it be this year?
Yes, September. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I got it wrong then. But, they've modeled how you stay together even when things aren't going really great, how you are committed to a relationship. You're committed to God, number one, and as you commit to Him, you commit to your spouse, and He's modeled that through the years. And been a good husband to my mom and a great dad to me, and so.
And I am certainly glad because I benefited from that modeling, and so I've always loved your dad for that because, number one, you two look just alike. It's amazing that y'all. It's crazy how much you look alike and how closely your mannerisms are together.
I find myself doing things he does. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is kind of wild. But so he'll live on for a long time, even after he's gone. But but he has. But one thing I know, he got you in church too.
Yep.
And I love that about him because church was important to him, and that it was going to be important that his kids be in church, and they were. And if they weren't, then I think you have shared a story about him, not sparing the rod on your hind end when you were about.
Oh no! I was 14 when I got my last. It wasn't a spanking; it was a whipping.
Yep, because you missed.
And I missed youth group.
Youth group, that's right.
And he had told me not to, and because he was one of the youth coaches, and so he taught me a great lesson there. That when he told me something, he meant for me to do it, and I knew that.
Yep.
Well, I just goofed off as a teenager, and
you did, but I think it made a preacher out of you. So now
could have.
But that's great. Love that.
Yep. Well, I'm looking forward to a lot of other stories. I hope people will begin to call in now.
Yeah. Well, we had Steve on the line. Maybe Steve will call back and share his story. But, guys,
Sure.
571-2428. Thanks, babe.
All right.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
571-2428, 571-CHAT. It is time to talk about our fathers. And, it's we've had one lady call in, and now we've had two men to share, and then Steve called in. Steve will call back when he can, I'm sure. But I'm telling you, this is a Father's Day tribute, and we have some good dads out there. I don't buy what you see, what you watch on the sitcoms and in the movie theaters. Yes, and I know there are some deadbeat dads. I know that, and I know that some of you listening to me probably had one of those. I did. Now, my deadbeat dad was, in the home. He didn't leave. There are many times we wish he had, but, he didn't leave. He was in the home. He did provide for us, and I'll say that. I mean, we always had a roof over our head. We always had food. Now, we may have had to go out and hunt it and then cook it, but we had food on the table some way. And I know, my brothers would tell you a story about him taking them out at 4 and 5 years old and leaving them in the woods at night alone, mother thinking that he was out there camping with them, but he would be off with some honey somewhere. And they were in the woods alone at night to hunt for breakfast the next day. Some stories. And we have Seth on the line. Seth, we got to go to a break. We'll be right back because I can't wait to hear from you. I know you'll have a stellar story. Don't go away. 571-2428. It's your turn to call, too.
WFIA, the Spirit.
Dad, this camping trip's a great idea.
Yep, just a roaring campfire and a tent. What's that?
Oh, no, it's the Al Real. He's letting us know about some great outdoor deals on Owry.club.
Why is that a bad thing?
Well, no computers, no mobile devices. What were you thinking?
Well,
Great gift ideas and terrific deals on things you use every day. Save up to 50% or more. Online at Owry.club. The wise way to shop. Owry.club.
Hi, this is Chip Ingram.
Hi, I'm Chuck Swindoll. This is Steve Arterburn. Congratulations, Louisville. For 50 years, you've been blessed with a radio station in your community that has helped spread the good news of the gospel and help bring new followers to Jesus Christ.
We're so proud to be a part of such a historic milestone.
From all of us, a very sincere happy anniversary.
Thanks for listening to Louisville's Christian Talk and Teaching Station. Now 50 years on the air. We're WFIA, The Spirit.
Do you have difficulty driving at night? Do colors seem faded? Do you see glare and halos around light? Cataracts occur when proteins clump together in the eye's lens and interfere with light passing through to the retina. This causes a progressive clouding of the eye's natural lens, resulting in blurred vision and sensitivity to light. Not sure if you have cataracts, but your vision seems to be getting worse? Trust an eye specialist for your medical eye exam. Dr. Hyder is an expert in cataracts. He will fix your cataracts and give you the option of getting rid of your glasses. Listen to what his patients think.
Dr. Hader is excellent at what he does. He's a great doctor, and more importantly, he's a great human and a man of good faith.
It feels like a shade was removed from my eyes. Everything is brighter and clearer.
Call today and schedule a consultation at the Louisville office or Elizabethtown. 2 offices, 1 great vision. Call today, 502-883-1015. That's 502-883-1015.
Dad, I'm really afraid of what's happening with the economy. There's too much civil unrest, too much terrorism, and unstable global markets. I'm tired of riding the ups and downs of the market. It reminds me of 2008. I was caught off guard then. How do I prepare for the worst now? What'll I do if the dollar collapses?
You gotta stop worrying, son, and take action. It's time to think about a precious metals private storage IRA or an investment in silver with the Gold Silver Group. Like I said before, you insure your house, your car, your kids, and your life. Don't you think it's time to insure your wealth?
Call Gold Silver Group at 800-943-0829. Learn how easy it is to set up your own precious metals private storage IRA and how you can qualify for up to $700 in free silver. Gold Silver Group can satisfy any of your precious metals investment needs. Receive your gold and silver fully insured and privately delivered to your door. Call Gold Silver Group, 800-943-0829, 800-943-0829.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
You have a story about your dad? You have a story about any dad? Do you know some admirable traits of a dad? Do you just want to share and comment today? That's what we're talking about. We are talking about dads, and I'm telling you, we need to really redeem our dads. And I can't wait to hear what Sed has to say. Sed's always a fascinating caller. And so, Sed, welcome. I'm so glad you called in to chime.
Thank you, Joyce, and thank you for saying all that stuff. You know,
man, I mean it. I love it.
You are a good inspirator. You have a way of bringing out the best in people, and I certainly appreciate you saying that. That was very thoughtful of you. And you know, and just a quick little thing about my dad. First of all, I was raised by my stepdad from 3 years of age, and he was quite different from me. And you know, even in physical stature. You know, I was a big, robust football player, and my dad was a small man, small in stature, and was the smartest man I ever met in my life. Now, I realize that now, of course.
Right.
But then I thought, well, you know, he's not at all what I think he should be as a dad. And he should be more involved with my sports activity and all that. But, you know, he was one man that was one of the most spiritual men I ever met.
Wow.
And the thing about him that helps me to this day was the level of humility that he demonstrated in every situation, in every aspect of life. This was the most humble man that I've ever been around. And humility is a characteristic that we don't value enough.
Amen.
It really it's not stressed enough in our society, and you know, he really encouraged spiritual growth, and he done it in such a humble manner. I mean, I was in situations where my dad was confronted by hostile people that could have easily led into an altercation, but because of his level of humility, it served as a protection for him and his family. And I just want to give him a shout out because I didn't really value humility then, but it's one of the most cherished characteristics now for me.
Oh, I love hearing that because, you know, I think that's a character trait said that we all are losing, you know, and we need a big dose of. Of course, you know, where is it in Matthew? It says the meek shall inherit the earth, you know, and that's one quality that I love and my girls admire so much in their father is, you know, that he's has a spirit of humility about him, very humble, but you know, but it's also consistent. It's constant. And that's what I'm hearing from you, that he had that quality. It was, you know, undisturbed.